The door got burst open and few men came inside. Vine looked at them and foam fell from her hand. Emily came towards Vine. Vine, stand back, who are you? They didn't answer but came towards Vine and started throwing the things here and there. Emily stopped. Vine, what are you doing? Stop all this. Suddenly, one of the men pointed his gun at Emily. Vine tried to bend towards her, but another man came and blocked her way. Emily was scared, including Vine. Vine gulped when she saw that man taking out. He pointed that at her throat. Man, we are not here to put a show. Just leave Jungkook and go away from here if you love your and your friend's life. Vine got the idea that they were here because of Jungkook. Man, or else next time we would talk, you better listen and leave. That man moved that on her throat lightly but made a scratch. She closed her eyes, feeling the pain. That guy took a step back while pointing that, and soon they left. Vine fell on the floor and Emily came towards her. Vine, are you okay? Vine didn't say anything, she only looked at her. Emily gasped when she saw coming out of her throat where he made a scratch. Emily went and took a cotton swab. She was cleaning her wound, and just then Jungkook Vine. Vine looked towards the door and saw a worried Jungkook having a tense expression came inside. Few guards were following him. Jungkook stopped when he saw the messed up condition of the living room. Everything was shattered and destroyed. He looked at Vine, who was sitting on the floor, and Emily was holding that cotton. His attention went on, his jaw tightened. He started taking slow steps towards her. Emily stood up and went inside the room. The guard backed from there. Jungkook kneeled down and slowly touched her neck. He was angry on himself that he couldn't take care of her because he knew these things can happen in this world. Jungkook closed his eyes. He knew she is stepping back now. She was scared. Jungkook, listen to me. We can sort. Why no, we can't. Don't you understand? Look at this place. It's all messed up. Jungkook, why don't step back? I will handle. Why no, you can't do anything. They will and my family. They won't leave us. And before she could complete, Jungkook slammed her at the wall and her breath stopped and he was being aggressive. He slowly pulled back and started breathing. She looked at her again and brushed his thumbs on it slowly. Jungkook, I will never let them harm you. Why? It was my mistake to take them easy, but I promise I won't let them harm you again. Why not until you tell me what is going on and what you are up to, Jungkook? Jungkook looked at her and closed his eyes. Jungkook, come with me. Jungkook pulled her hand and took her out of there. She looked at him confused. Emily saw them leaving. She came out and soon guards came and helped her arranging the house and Jungkook took wine away. Sorry for your mother, Jungkook. I didn't know about this. But why me? Jungkook looked at Ryan, who was desperate for the answer. He looked at her coldly and whispered, because you are different. I was always fighting with all of them alone, but then you came out of nowhere. You took the attention of my mother. She was already after me to get married, and then you came. I knew my dad would be against you, and that's what happened. So I decided you for all this. Jungkook looked at Ryan, who was already listening to him. I just want justice for my mother, Ryan. I want to know the truth. And for that, I can do anything. I want you to help me. I can't do this alone. You have to be the distraction for my father, and in between, I will find the truth. Jungkook came forward, but she pushed him slightly. I told you stop this. We are in contract. Jungkook chuckled and said, can't help you started it, and I think I'm obsessed with it now. She was a little bit shocked with all this. It was hard for her to digest and adjust in it. Helping him was a bad idea, she knew it, but then she thought that he wanted justice for his mother and she should help. Wine, what about those threats and all that? Jungkook, don't worry about that. I know my father is behind all this, but I can comfort him. Not now. Wine, what next? Jungkook looked at her and smirked. He knew she was ready to help him. Jungkook, now we have to be strong. She frowned and he smirked while saying, "It's time you should step in my real world. You have to be near to my father and mother." When but how? Jungkook leaned forward and whispered, making her shocked. "It's time to change her surname." Wine, what? No. She stood up and Jungkook chuckled. He pulled her towards him and she landed on his chest. They frowned and were shocked by looking at them together. Jungkook and Vine came and stood in front of both of them. Mary gulped, looking at their hand. "What are you guys doing here?" Jungkook was about to say something, but before that, Vine said, "Won't you welcome your daughter-in-law, Dad?" Jungkook smirked slightly, and both Mr. Jian and Mary were shocked. "Daughter-in-law?" Jungkook, "Yeah, we got married 2 days before someone attacked Vine's house and threatened her. We couldn't handle it, so we decided to marry. Now Vine will live here with us. After all, she is my wife now." "Vine, well, I am a little bit tired. I would like to rest." So let's go and room. Vine turned towards Mr. John and said with a smirk, "I hope now you don't have any problem with my status because there isn't any difference between you and me, right, Dad?" Jungkook smiled, which didn't got noticed by them. "Mary, congratulations to both of you. I'm happy." "Van, well, you should be. After all, Jungkook is just like your brother." Mary was shocked when Van said that. Jungkook took her away towards the room. "Mary, brother? What?" Mr. Jian and Mary glared at them who went inside the room. They never thought something like that will happen. Mary's eyes turned red and she left from there. Mr. Jian followed her. Things were about to change. She was here now in front of them, with him. To my YouTube channel for more videos.